Home is where connections are made, memories are formed, and ideas are born. And no one knows home better than NFM. Thanks for tuning in to I Am Home, the podcast that goes deeper than trends and dives into what it means to make your house a home.
Hello and welcome to I Am Home, the Home Life Best Life podcast. I'm Tyler Wisecup, joined by my co-host who can open your eyes and take you on a magic carpet ride of flooring trends.
All right.
Hi, Tyler.
It's Becca Sudbeck.
Okay.
And our other co-host doesn't just drop knowledge. She lets the hot takes hit the floor. It's Hilary Woltemath.
Go.
Tyler.
Hi, Hilary. Today we're talking about how to decide between different flooring options. Many of us start with we're excited about one thing and we come in and then we kind of get some more information and we find out maybe that thing isn't the thing that's going to work for me when it comes to flooring. And we've got two gentlemen here who are going to kind of help us through kind of figuring out between these tipping points of insulation, what to expect around maintenance of your flooring and all those other kinds of tipping points. Two gentlemen that are going to really help us nail it today. We've got Randall, one of our superstar salespeople.
He's
at NFM.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is superstar is an understatement.
Yeah.
When we first got this invite, Russ is the first person I thought of.
First person you thought of.
And I knew he would say yes within seconds of texting. He really did.
He did. Okay. I'm glad. Okay. No pressure at all, Russ. This is going to be cool and casual.
Bar has been set high.
But you heard the other voice of Vincent Mercado. You are our sales manager extraordinaire.
Yes. We're now called retail flooring. So I'm a retail flooring sales manager, meaning instead of I used to be the carpet sales manager, and we merged all the flooring departments except for area rugs.
Yeah.
So that would be carpet, the hard surface flooring, and countertops.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
You're just a revolutionary of all
Covering
things
it all.
flooring. That's fantastic. Covering it all.
There
You did that on
Thanks.
purpose.
Got him.
Okay, before we dive in, though, let me tell you why we're even doing this podcast. That's because NFM is more than just your everything home store. We're in the business of improving lifestyles because your home life should be your best life. And you can learn more at nfm.com. Okay, so guys, I wonder if we can just set the stage. When people come to shop for flooring, how often do they already know what they want versus needing that help narrowing it down?
They come into the store with some kind of an idea of, hey, I want to do carpet, or they come in looking directly for the luxury vinyls. They are more educated nowadays than they used to be. With Google, everything else. I mean, even our website helps them figure out square yardages or square feet. They can do that on our website. So they come in kind of with an idea, and then it's our job to narrow that down and make sure they're getting the right products.
Yeah. And when people get stuck, what kind of things usually unlock the decision for them? Are there go-tos that you have?
With qualifying. So finding out where they're going to be putting the products, their lifestyle, kids, pets, husbands, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
A lot of them come in wanting a carpet or a hard surface flooring. The carpets, I see this as pet products, but I don't have any pets. Well, it's just qualifying them, finding out where they're going to put products so that we can get them into the best product.
Yeah.
So stairs, that is a determination there. So stairs are a key factor because it's a high traffic area. So they come in wanting soft and fluffy, and then we kind of take them over to the nylons because they're going to wear better. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one of those tipping points, those practical areas where you're talking about lifestyle and trying to kind of decide what is the right product for them. Obviously there's things kids, pets, maybe on the flip side, there's empty nesters who have a little bit less of that stuff going on, and they might be able to have maybe something that can tread a little bit better. And you're just doing a lot of work kind of walking through your paces and understanding the customer and what they're actually
I always tell them we're going to play 20 questions because we're going to find out what's the best thing for them. So,
what are some of those questions then?
Again, a lot of it is where they're going to put it. I mean, kids and pets, finding out why they're looking for a pet product, because not every situation requires that.
Mhm.
If they're worried about accidents and stuff like that on the floor, we have, the carpets all have a protection to them. Plus we offer plans to help with those.
Mhm.
So finding out those things are the more important part. That way we get them into something quickly. We've got 6,000 selections of carpet and we'd like to narrow it down quick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people probably aren't often thinking about like traffic
Yeah.
patterns
They're
like
not,
through their
no.
own, like it's just you're just living in your home. You're
Yeah.
not like thinking about those
asking
considerations.
the questions about what do you like about your current floor? What do you dislike about your current floor? Those are the
Yeah.
indicators that we pick up on.
Give you some clues
Yes.
as to where.
Well, I
to-
don't want the wear pattern in my carpet.
Yeah.
Well, then we're going to bring you over here.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Or I want to do LVP in everywhere.
Mhm.
Those are the things and then you start talking about price.
It's
Big on hard
surprisingly,
surface.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you're right. Like when you're like looking at the price in a square yard, it doesn't seem so big. Which when
Right.
you add up all that and the labor and the
Then it
pad,
is.
and
Yes.
you're like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
And they lifted up and they found out that they glued everything down
Oh,
when
yeah.
you don't need to glue it down. Some of those surprises.
Yeah. So that can be like a tricky conversation. Like, is there
Finding out where they're going to put it. So if it's going to be on the main level or in the basement, those things will determine cost effective too.
Mhm.
On concrete, it always goes higher for a hard surface.
Mhm.
Okay.
Carpet stays the same no matter where you put it, but with hard surface, putting it on a concrete is going to drive the cost up.
There's spots where it's not so level, I learned.
Correct.
Mhm.
Correct.
Mhm.
And or what they're taking out. So if they're taking out a 3/4 inch product on the main level, then there's some buildup costs that are going to be involved in that too. So
Yeah.
the things they don't think about.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you wouldn't unless
would-
you were
yeah, exactly.
installing
Yeah.
new flooring.
Yep.
Do you like to like kind of give people a heads up on those extra costs they're not thinking about before they get their bid price?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a hot
I mean,
topic
that's,
for us.
yeah, those are the things,
Floor.
those qualifying questions are
Mhm.
very, very important. A lot of the carpet guys transferring over to the hard surface, there's things they're learning with, oh, I got to ask these questions. I didn't ask these questions. Or
Mhm.
why is there buildup on this order when it's this product? Well, it's because of what we're taking out, whether it's
Mhm.
tile or hard surface or like wood, 3/4 inch wood, determines a lot because they have to build that up to meet the bottom of the baseboard, which people don't think about.
Yeah.
So
Well, and you want it to be level too. Otherwise, your flooring can start to
Correct.
fail if
yes,
if
Yep.
your floor is not level. Then you're doing this investment for something that's going
a
to.
major investment.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
So what are some of the aha moments that customers get when you start talking about some of the features? We talked about like pet proofing product, which is just a little bit more resistant to those kinds of stains.
Yes.
But like, are there like go-to features like waterproofing, scratch resistance, those kind of things that like,
Yes, and on the hard surface side of things with the laminates and the luxury vinyls, even the engineered hardwoods or solid hardwoods, talking to them about the wear layer that's on it.
Yeah.
A certain level of wear layer is very important. With me, a lot of times something has to have at least a 20 mil wear layer. That helps with the scratches, the life of your floor, living on it.
Yeah.
Scooting chairs, things like that. People don't think about like moving their furniture
Mhm.
in the living room. The feet, even though they have
Yeah.
the little plastic protectors on the bottom of them, can cause some damage if
Yep.
the wear layer isn't thick enough. So those are some of the questions or the things that we point out to the customers.
And I learned about waterproofing. Like I was like, well, how do you make flooring waterproof? But what was explained to me was like how it locks together
Yes.
prevents or
Yeah.
water resistant.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
proof
resistant,
Yeah.
resistant, not
The product,
really?
the product itself is 100% waterproof.
Mhm.
Most of the installation methods are not.
Mhm.
Okay.
There's still ways to get water around the edges
That
of
makes so much
of the
sense.
floor. They're the glue down versions. People think that if it's a glue down version, that's more of a waterproof floor, but glue emulsifies in water. So
Yeah.
it's still not a really 100% waterproof installation. So
Mhm.
So if a
Yeah.
flood happens, we still have to replace
we
it.
still have to
Yeah.
replace floor. Yes.
But our previous floor, I have lots of house plants, less so now, but and like over watering and not realizing it, and water like sitting on the floor before I caught it. And I have I've gotten better about it, but it feels so much better knowing that
Right.
I'm not going to warp my floor by just simply overwatering this
Yeah.
plant that I only water not nearly as often as I should and then overdo it. Whoops.
Guilty also.
One of the questions I think seems to come up, I know that when I've had conversations about flooring, is like the ease of cleaning and like the maintenance of it as well. Like sometimes it's like more design forward product, like maybe a little bit more difficult to clean, and so there's a lot of like guiding, like, yeah, but also like how often are you cleaning things? Is that something that comes up quite a bit when you're having conversations with customers?
Hard surface side of things, it's really more of just, your Swiffer mops, things like that are easy to maintain. You can mop them. You're not supposed to use steam cleaners on it, so got to get that out there. No steam cleaners on any type of hard surface product because it can delaminate the top layer of it. Plus, it puts the steam into the joints of the product, so could cause some damage there. Carpet side of things, carpet manufacturers say in order to keep their warranties in place, you should have your carpets professionally steam cleaned every 17 to 18 months.
Okay.
A lot of people don't think about that.
Or forget about it.
Yep. The types of vacuums that they use is important too. So that's another question that we ask is, what type of vacuum do you have?
Yep. Side note, if you have a nice area rug, please turn off the beater bar.
Yes.
It will wreck it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I've heard that before that you want your like carpet clean, but there's a point, there's like tipping point of where it starts to do more damage.
I had a recent phone call from a lady that had a wool area rug and was wondering why she had so many problems with it, couldn't get it clean. What she neglected to say is what she was using on it is for a vacuum cleaner. So it was pretty much pulling all the wool through with the vacuum. So she wasn't using
fibers
the
everywhere.
hard surface type.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. So these are important questions.
They are.
What are some of like the biggest deal breaker moments that you have with helping kind of a customer find something?
Timeline?
I'd say timeline is the big one. We always find out if they have something, that hard surface more than carpet, because quite a bit of the time we can meet some certain deadlines. But if they come in today and want their carpet installed on Monday, that's nothing that we can do for them.
Yeah.
There's too many steps to what we do here with measuring and getting the exact numbers back and all those items collective. So we do, try to find out the timelines. And that seems to be the biggest one. We run some awesome sales and give them, the financing options are always a good thing that locks it down. But most of it is timeline.
Yeah. And we stock a lot of stuff, but if like something needs to be, I think we picked a super specific color. Yeah. And so that had to be ordered, but it still came relatively.
And if you need a large amount. Carpet side of things, we keep quite a bit of carpet on hand. Same with hard surface. You could have 3 boxes or 300, just depends. But then it comes down to transition pieces, things like that you would need that most people don't think about. And a lot of those times we have to order those in. So, and it depends on your manufacturer. They can be in 10 days or they can be in 10 weeks.
When you're talking about like some of those lifestyle, what's the term that you're using for when you're helping folks?
Lifestyle choices, the way they live on their floors.
Well, you're clarifying the questions that you need to ask so that the customers that are qualifying. When you're getting to that lifestyle qualifying stage, are you finding that like a customer, have you had some good examples of like when a customer thought that this product was going to be the thing that worked for them, but like you ended up being able to help them better find a route that's going to fit them? Any examples come to mind?
Well, I mean, a lot of the trends are kind of towards the Berber or the pattern pieces. Most people don't realize that pattern carpets have a repeat pattern to them. Some are as small as 3/4 by 3/4 or as large as 18 by 40. So those repeat patterns kind of dictate how much carpet they're going to need, and our installers get paid on everything they carry in the house. So a customer may only need 100 yards of carpet, but on the order they have to pay for that overage. So they could have 130 yards, so you're paying for 30 yards more of carpet that you are essentially going to have laying in your basement or turning into an area rug. So pointing out those items to them kind of can sway that decision a little bit more than just the type of carpet. So pointing that out, because a lot of people don't know that. They don't know that there's a repeat pattern or what it involves.
Are you seeing more people looking for a pattern in like I've seen some downstairs, like as sort of like a runner downstairs, opting for some patterns. Are you seeing a little bit more of that?
Yeah. You see a lot of mixes with that. So they want to make their stairs a statement. A lot of times the one that you see when you walk into the house, they want that to be a statement piece. The one going down into the basement, not so much.
Right.
But we are seeing that a lot.
That's neat. I love that look. I'd love to hear that customers are exploring that again.
Yeah, a lot more. Yeah, a lot more than say the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. Cool.
If someone is like between like 2 or 3 different options, like what's the best way to kind of break the tie, make them feel confident in those choices?
Getting samples home is a very important part of it. And then figuring up the order both ways. You can bid it out one way. You can kind of do the math for them while they're in the store. But then always send them out with the option of, well, if you're going to, we'll measure for the pattern piece. If you don't like that pattern piece, we can put you over onto the plush side of things again and bring that cost down.
Gotcha. Yeah. So just kind of like giving them all the information so that they can make that decision.
Yes.
And take it home. Yeah. What choices, like on your side, do you see being like some more future proofing? I know like a lot of customers are concerned like, oh, I'm going to like this in next year, a few years from now. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times you get them coming in, like I said, they haven't put carpet in 20 years. They don't know of the new fibers or the new, so we have Shaw and Anderson Tough Techs. They have what they call life proof or lifeguard, which is a blue backing on their carpet that helps with spills and accidents and things that happen in your home. So pointing out some of those features, that helps. Just kind of showing them all the options, not necessarily the soft and how soft it feels or how thick it is. You got to explain that, it's going to feel good under your feet, but in 5 years, you're going to be replacing it. So that they know future wise, what's the best product for their lifestyle.
Yeah, there's like interesting to think about. I can't remember, was it somebody from Shaw maybe we had on a while back when we were talking about like the new technology in flooring, and it's like interesting to think about like technology and flooring, and we're having another conversation about like, is that needed? But from the perspective of like, this can save you time, it can save you money, like it was helpful for me to like understand some of the like new technology that was in flooring, again, finding an option that fit like our lifestyle. Like that was so helpful to
more of the companies are actually trying to tell people it's okay to have pets in your home and have carpet. Because the stigma of, oh my gosh, carpet and dog hair and all that, most of them have anti-static. So when you vacuum it, all the dog hair and all that stuff comes up off the floor, so it doesn't stick to the fibers anymore. So there's a lot of technology, a lot of things that have changed over the years that, people are just like, especially the wear patterns. I don't want to see a wear pattern in my carpet. The big one is I don't want to see my feet print when I'm walking. I'm like, then you don't want carpet. There's very few carpets out there that you're not going to see something in your carpet.
Just natural design of that.
Unless you go commercial and you don't want to put commercial carpet in your house.
That's uncomfy.
Are there like any just like last thoughts or words of wisdom for folks, especially as they're kind of like on their flooring journey, thinking through some of this stuff and working with somebody to kind of help them find the right product?
The main thing is when you come in, just have an idea of what you want, areas that you're going to do. I mean, we can always figure it up based off of room sizes. It really is kind of a generic type of size of rooms in the Omaha area. They're 12 by 12s or 12 by, so as soon as they put in 3 bedrooms, you're going to have at least, 45, 50 yards of carpet. But having some kind of an idea what they want, whether it be luxury vinyl or whether it be carpet or both. So, being able to work both sides of the floor now makes it easier because they get one salesperson. So we find out the question. We find out the questions and we can take them through both areas instead of me asking a bunch of questions, and then they go over to hard surface
handovers,
and then they're asking the same questions over there. So we kind of get get that one salesperson, it makes it a whole lot easier for the customer.
Especially if we're busy. They're not waiting nearly as long.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because now instead of having 9 in hard surface and 12 or 13 in carpet, you have 22 salespeople
that can help you
Yes.
anywhere. Yeah.
Yep.
So I imagine that's a consideration. So like whether you're doing a hard surface material or a carpet, you're maybe weighing
Yes.
not just like color, but like what material you even want to do.
Yeah. And that's just me. And I'm sure there's a few other salespeople that do it, but when you get a customer in and you're talking to them about what they want to do, and they say, well, I want to do the stairs and my main floor and hard surface, and then I want to do this in carpet. Me personally, being a father and having 2 boys running up and down hard surface stairs and the slips and falls, one of my first thing is, well, I know you want to do your stairs and hard surface. However, this is what the cost is going to be. So I set it up for them up front, so that they're like, oh, it's going to be $3,000 to do my stairs, or I can do it in carpet for $1,000. I think I'll stay in carpet.
Yep. Yeah.
So
all right. Any salespeople listening to this podcast, set the right expectations for your customer.
Yes.
And that's the qualifying questions. That helps you prepare that customer, so they don't get that big sticker shock at the end when there's half-inch floor buildup on there that's $3,000. You at least up front you set that if you're taking out this is what you're going to be looking at. So it does help.
Wise words. Well, Russ, thank you so much. Vincent, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, both of you. I think we've covered a lot of ground, and now it's time to rest.
Covered a lot of area.
Oh my gosh, we're terrible. I appreciate you both. I want to thank my co-hosts Hilary and Becca, our producers Ann and Scott, and all of our listeners. Make sure to do the likes, the rates, the subscribes, all of the places wherever you listen. And until next time, here's to making your home life your best life, one story at a time.
Thanks for joining us today for I Am Home with Tyler Wisecup, Hilary Woltemath, and Becca Sudbeck. No one knows home quite like NFM. So if you'd like more information on home design at NFM, please check out nfm.com and leave us a review on the podcast platform of your choice.